Joe Biden is actually implementing everything that his party wants him to implement. So it's sort of like firing the coach because you can't fire the whole team. I don't see that he's deviated at all on any major issue from the Bernie Biden manifesto, from the AOC squad agenda. I think he's doing everything they want. It's the agenda that's failing.
Okay, so I don't know what country Sean Hannity lives in, but he certainly isn't watching our country's news. And I get that he's playing a role, but that you could be a year and a half into Biden's first term and believe that Biden has done a lot, and that what he has done is whatever Ilhan Omar would have had him do. He's basically just taking morning text messages from Rashida Tlaib and Ayanna Pressley, and that's just what he does all day long. He's a madman and he needs to be stopped. But we want to make sure that you actually know what's going on. And there's a couple of major problems with what Sean Hannity was showing you. First of all, we want to bring up some of what Joe Biden had said that he would do back when he was campaigning or early on in his administration. Let's bring up this graphic. By the way, that's not the list of like all the things we would ask him to do. We would go far beyond that. Those are the things he said he would do and has not done. And I'm speaking not mainly to the audience, they know all of this. Sean Hannity, he didn't do any of those things. Those things that he, the centrist Democrat, implied that he would. More importantly though than him not understanding how little Biden has done. And by the way, he'll flip-flop and tomorrow he'll be telling his audience that Joe Biden needs to be knocked out because he hasn't done anything. They don't care, they're not tethered to reality. He also implies there that a lot has been done and it's not working, and Joe Biden is becoming unpopular because the things the squad wants him to do are not popular. But we know that that is not true either. There are a number of different policies that we or the squad might encourage him to do that are wildly popular. If you bring up this here, one of the things we were just talking about in the show to deal with the fact that gas prices are going so high. This is a windfall tax on oil profits, incredibly popular. It's 80%. I don't know what you could propose that could be more popular. Obviously, it's a non-starter on Fox News, also on CNN and MSNBC. They're not interested in any of that. Sure, Bernie Sanders would like it, but Biden isn't giving him the time of day. 45% strongly support it. I don't know if I've ever seen strongly support at 45% on virtually anything. What about the expanded child tax credit that they let perish? Wildly popular. I mean, it's close to even on Republican side. Independents are huge fans. Obviously, Democrats wildly like it. The overall budget proposal that we had been discussing over the past year. I mean, look, we can go on and on and on about these policies. We make this point every day, but those two disconnects with reality. The idea that Biden has been successful in accomplishing his agenda and that his agenda was decided upon by AOC is absolute lunacy.
Okay, so this is the oldest trick in the book, and we tell you about it all the time. So a Democrat will come out and say they're going to do certain things. They're never going to do any of that stuff, or any of the progressive stuff. Anything that corporations liked it, of course. Like right now, Biden is like desperate to pass the semiconductor bill. Corruption is in the title of the bill. It's our money that we're going to give to incredibly wealthy semiconductor companies. That he cares a lot about. He's like, oh, the semiconductor donors, I gotta deliver for them. I've got to, right? Everything else is like, oh yeah, all the incredibly popular things that you guys want, like voting rights, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, we lost Roe on my watch, I'm not gonna do anything about that. I put together a couple commissions. Okay, so then the Democrat is useless. He's a total corporate Democrat, doesn't do anything progressive. Then right-wingers come out and go, can you believe how progressive he is? And they did the progressive agenda and blame progressives. And then what happens next? Mainstream media. But in this case, mainstream media started before Fox News did. We already showed you half a dozen articles where mainstream media was like, Biden did too much. And he did the progressive, they're being too progressive. They're gonna lose the elections, so they're being too progressive. Name one goddamn progressive thing he did. Name one thing he did. He didn't do $15 minimum wage. He didn't do any of the bare minimums.
Did he do the Green New Deal? I don't remember.
Green New Deal. Green New Deal's impossible with Biden. Biden is totally corrupt. Okay, it's not even Medicare for all has never even been discussed.
UBI?
Never. UBI. Come on, are you joking? Are you joking? And John is actually joking. Okay, so he hasn't done any of this stuff. But mainstream media and right-wing media, whenever it comes to economic issues, agree a shocking percentage of the time. So Fox News and CNN and New York Times will all say the same thing. Biden was way too progressive. So this is why it's actually very important for the Bernies and the AOCs of the world to come out there super strong and go, no, Biden is a failure. He didn't do anything progressive. Do not let him put his stink on our agenda. His corporate, corrupt stink and odor on progressives. It's his problem. It's corporate Democrats, establishment Democrats, and Democratic leadership that are complete and utter failures. Progressives, you have to very visibly show that you do not agree. You do not agree with that loser who serves corporate donors. Otherwise, yeah, now every right winger is gonna think, oh yeah, you see that? We got the Marxists over here helping the oil companies. They believe going stupid stuff like that. We've shown you clips from Fox News before. They're like, oh yeah, the Democrats probably want to help big banks and oil companies and big drug companies because they're Marxist. You're like, what? Okay, so that's one of these, and we got to fight back. Otherwise, this stuff lands on our doorstep, and the New York Times helps Sean Hannity lie.
Yep.
Yeah, and the same New York Times that just came out with some pretty bombshell polling that said that 64% of Democrats do not want Joe Biden to run again. It's like, you have those numbers. It's obviously very clear that the Democratic Party has lost their way. And just quickly on the Sean Hannity thing, it's like, I think we should take the win that they are no longer like listing the things anymore, because it's always like, yeah, like universal pre-K and like background checks. And they have realized that like when they actually enumerate the things that progressives are calling for, it looks like a dream world.
Yeah.
And so like we've all seen those memes where they've made that mistake before. And this is the Republican strategy that is incredibly effective with the Biden administration. Yeah, doing absolutely nothing for progressives and a lot of people who put them in office. But yeah, the GOP strategy is to keep people angry, keep people poor, keep people, just keep the news in this cycle of chaos. And you're absolutely right. The only thing that we can do is hold firm in our progressive beliefs and make it so that the progressive wing of the Democratic Party becomes like the right wing base. They control that entire agenda of the Republican Party, and it's twisted, but we have to become that base that really dictates what the party is going to do and who they're serving. And we have, it's never been more popular than it is now.
I gotta say it. That's absolutely true, but here, I hate to say it, but Bernie's let us down big time. Because Bernie just loves Joe Biden. He thinks that they're best friends. I don't know if they're gonna go on some sort of trip together after they both retire, right? Cross-country trip, holding hands or whatever. I don't care that he's your friend, Bernie. I don't care at all. He's a terrible guy. He didn't do a single thing he promised you. He lied to you 1,000 times over. And I don't care how polite he was to you. If you don't visibly fight him, people will say that he did the Bernie manifesto. You just heard it on Fox News. You've got to get up, rise up for all of us, for your voters, and say that ain't the progressive manifesto. He didn't do a goddamn thing that was progressive. Look at this windfall profits tax, and get in his face, go, Biden, why aren't you doing a windfall profits tax on oil companies? It polls at 80%. And you know what Politico did instead? They ran an article, we showed it to you yesterday. It's time for lower wages. And they said it'll be good for the American worker, lower wages. That'll solve inflation. How about a profits tax on oil companies? That could also solve inflation way better. And they're like, no. Why? Nobody's even discussing it. Because progressives in Congress, honestly, have completely laid down. Oh, we can't criticize Biden. Then the media will yell at us. Oh, will they? Okay, I'm sorry, but you got to gather some internal and intestinal fortitude, and don't give a damn what the media says and what your goddamn friend Joe Biden says, and go out there and fight, because otherwise we're gonna get stuck with this bag of crap, and Sean Hannity's gonna drop it off at our doorstep. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.